What's going on tonight? Haven't been live here too much. Nick and I kind of been busy. Want to jump on. Obviously sitting here watching these things. What's going on, everybody? What up, Lloyd, Zimmy, Brian, Richard, YTS Debunker, Lodak? We'll go over everything here real quick. What's up, Mark, Shane, Andres, Gordon, Daniel? 10,100. Way better than we was down there at 94, 92. Mrs. B. Andres, give you a wrench. Really not prepared for this, but wanted to jump on. I'll do the usual. Got a few things to talk about. Try to talk about Wyckoff technometer and some Elliott wave roadmaps. I think this rally still goes higher, so we're up back at this 10-2 level. That's why I wanted to jump on here. What up, everybody? Let a few more people get in here, maybe. My promo guy's not here. I don't think there's much in the news. Litecoin having a big day. Quick 90 to 99. Ethereum went to a new high a little bit ago for the day, which a little bit more enthusing. What up, Wayno? Time to fly. There's your wrench. Ask and you shall receive. I guess let's start here. Again, tomorrow, or actually midnight tonight, in about 5 hours, Discord will open up where you only get charged for August. So a lot of you I know has been waiting around not to get double charged or didn't want to pay with crypto. So that'll open up here in 5 hours. Come over and join us for Discord at $40 a month. Don't give as much info really on Twitter as we used to, since we got so many paying members. Still try to give some pretty good updates here. Appreciate it, Frank. Had a couple big meetings today. Got a lot of big money possibly coming. I think it's exciting because it feels like there's a lot of big money just coming to the area, whether it's wealthy individuals, institutions, whatever. I think that's what drives us higher from here. So I'm kind of feeling that even on my end. So if we go back, I got quite a bit of crap on here. Let's try to clean some of this up. As everybody knows, we kind of sold at 13.5 plus, bought around 10.2, sold at 13.1, and then we've got chopped up a little bit down here because we thought maybe this low could hold, and it chopped us up a little bit. We did catch this low then and sold like a 10.4. Probably haven't made much money since back here at this 10.2 buy. But now we're long from 96.60 and I think 95.60. So if we kind of zoom in on that, this is trades for the Discord. Then we're, again, we bought this 96.60. We did get a few stops caught down here, not very many, right down on our stop level. So we did add back 96.60, 95 change. Currently got a stop down there near there just for break even, trying to stay out of trouble. I still think for Elliott wave, I think we could still try to see this 12,000. So maybe this first rally was A, this was a deep B. We need to get through 10.2, and I think we make a run at 11.2. We'll see how we're acting as we get there. What's up, Outlaw? I hear you, Van Kooten. Dolphin. Lots of different ways to read this. I think we're still in a correction. I've been saying that since the high. We need to spend more time sideways, up and down. Traded the first part of it extremely well. Now we're just kind of trying to trade this last portion here. I really think we could see an ABC up here, and then possibly still another move down to 8,000. I've talked about long shorts. Not a lot of shorts in here. I think it makes it maybe a little suspect. Not much buying power there. But even now, I mean, you could say we've had a large one, and this could be a 2 complete. This could be another 1, 2. Got to give the benefit of the doubt that we could get exciting here and explode. So for now, long, and it could explode. We're going to wait for our technometer. Here is our Bitcoin USD proprietary indicators with Wyckoff. I know a lot of people don't know I own WyckoffSMI.com, which is the original institute by Wyckoff, 1931. So we're strictly following the indicators from that institute. So you can see down here we got extremely oversold technometer, 35 and change when we was trading this 95 level. We're still at 39, so a ton of room to allow a rally. You would think we could get above this 11.1 easily. If you go to Bitcoin USDT, it's a little different. We're at 44. So it's going to get more of a buck much quicker here, but you still would think you'll get a 10.5, 10.6. I'm going to show a couple different Elliott wave roadmaps, mattering when these technometers deteriorate enough. You can see here on this chart before it changes that the OP went to new lows compared to here, why price held and oversold technometer. That's why we was a buyer at 95. That's what gave us all the buys on this 4-hour chart here. So you got to understand we're on a pretty good buy because all of the buys going back to 31.50 were oversold technometers and buy divergences between the OP and price. So all these buys all the way up till we got the sell at 13.5 was the same thing we're looking at now. So we've had OP go to new lows, price holds, technometers oversold, we moved to the upside. You see here the technometers at 44, which is overbought as it's been here and here. So we're getting a 44 reading at a much lower level. So this makes you a little bit more nervous on, what up, John? This will make you a little more nervous on how far this rally can go. So I think you got to be long here. You got to trail a stop, 96.50 or somewhere down in there. And if we're good to go here, we should be good to go. So let's go to the 5-minute chart. It'll show that divergence a lot better. Appreciate any likes. Got 140 in here now. Subscribe. I think more importantly, join the Discord. I'm going to give you the Discord link. You actually go to Patreon and pay the $40. Click that link, go to Patreon, click the $40 Pork Blaster 2 over here. When you do that and pay, then we send you a Discord invite link. So there's 5-minute going back for just a day and a half. Everything moving in lockstep, except really this last new high wasn't followed by volume. Not a big deal. Might just show we got a little more upside or a little more sideways we need to do here. We're about 70 off the high we made just a minute ago. If you go to the 5-minute 1 month, this shows the new low volume price holding. Appreciate it, Outlaw. We still got about, what, 700 people over there? Lose a few if you're impatient, but you got to get something you think works. I think Wyckoff works, Elliott Wave works. Here is what I was showing you. This is volume down at the bottom. You can see trending sharply down over to here. Price holds the 9100 level. And now volume is starting to give up a little bit, starting to rally some. Done downtrending, and then price turns up. So if volume continues higher here, price is going to continue to work higher. Let me see here. If we go to check something real quick. I was going to give you anybody looking for Elliott Wave, there's a link to the Elliott Wave book. Elliott Wave Principle, this is the only book I think you need. $29. If you click that link, you get it for free. Check that out. That's a good deal from Elliott Wave. They're going to start doing a little bit more business with us for some content. Interested to see what they come up with. So that could be cool. Whoops. Hold on a second. Don't need a 5-second chart. Going to go back to the 5-minute. Look at this rally as we're going here. So again, Bitcoin USD looks the same way. Volume in a downtrend, price holding. So again, we got to have something up here. It's just whether what it turns into. So a couple choices. Let me see where I got these at. Go back. There's an extremely bullish count. As anybody that's been here before knows that we've called this a huge 5 waves up to wave 1. We're looking for the big white wave 2. This could be it. I don't believe it is, but I wanted to show this count. That means we're in a 1-2, 1-2, which means we explode to the upside here. I don't think that's the case. Hold on 1 second. That's a girl that does some promo for me, so. This is a possibility. Again, I'm not sure that's it, but that's why you got to be long here, because this could be the start of something big. Here's another choice. We've had an ABC down for an A, and then we're going to work on a triangle here, and we're only going to get to maybe 10.6. And then we have that breakdown to 8,000 that I've warned about. That's a possibility. Something like this, same way, rally up to 11.5 or 12. Still a break to 8,000. This also could go, could be a much bigger triangle, which would be fine if we could trade this, because this would be, this would put some money in our pockets. Could be something more like that. Bitcoin USD chart, our technometer at 39 would look, you would think we could get an 11.5 to 12.1 out. I've been talking about 12,000. So that could still be something like this. I think that's a good possibility. That gives us way more time sideways to lower, which I think we maybe still need. What up, Trade Devil? So I think that's a for sure opportunity there of what might happen. Let's look at Litecoin. We had a buy at 90, sold 98, got some buys at 92. Did have some stops at 77 and 86. Tried to reestablish, and we're up here at 99 and 100. If Bitcoin works higher, I think Litecoin could see a 116, where wave 3 equals wave 1, or maybe up even to 130 above this B wave. Spike 126, 128, if we really get something going here big. But again, we're trailing stops here. I don't want to get my stops live on YouTube because I don't want them going after them. What up, Asher? So if you want some more details, really you kind of got to join Discord or catch a couple tweets or catch me on here. We're not far away from my stops. I don't want to give too many stop levels out. And then really we've got Ripple. That's one that I thought maybe could work higher, but it's a little bit slow here. Not much to brag about. Neo, all these kind of the same thing. I think you can. I'm really mostly on my trading portfolio long Bitcoin and Litecoin. That's basically my two main trades here. Again, we do manage money. If you go to learncrypto.io, I manage money, private client group, 3% annual fee. A lot of people are moving to that because it's hard. I give a lot of updates 2, 3 in the morning, raise stops, etc. So I don't like doing that, but I just got to do whatever the market gives me. What up, Clint? Been a while. So that's kind of where we're at. Let's look at stocks. Stocks had a volatile day today. Wyckoff wave I was showing I thought could try to dig in here. You can see we had an oversold technometer. So I think we're trying to make a low. If you look at Wyckoff wave growth, which is more NASDAQ-y, you can see we're down here at 40. So I've been short the SPY, but maybe we're trying to dig in here on stocks for maybe another run. You can see here on the SPY, I sold the Monday morning's opening. So we sold here at 301.10. So we got, 3.6 profit made. But the technometer 39.56, so I'll watch this short closely. TLT, I've made some big money. We gave a buy on it at Monday morning's opening. So you can see here, this has been a big trade for us on the mutual fund side and pro traders. We bought down here, sold these 2 days, and then bought back. And now today, with the Fed lowering rates, they're saying I think they're not going to lower again, but I'm guessing that's maybe not true. So we're long at TLT. We've been long GDX. Took a hit today. Still above our stop levels. A little disappointment probably on no more interest rate cuts. We'll see how this acts in the next day or two. Then UUP, which everybody knows I've been trying to be short. Not working. I had stops here at 26.36. So took small losses. I was short somewhere around 26.11. So stops saved me there today. A big day today here. So going to be tough for me to get short this market, but I'll still be watching it to get short. We did give a few stock ideas to the Discord and to pro traders today. I'm not going to go over those because people pay for those, so we'll go over those at a later date. And Bitcoin 10,068. So a little bit of stock update. What up, Clint? You didn't need to do that, but appreciate it. Nick took a week's vacation. I took a few days. So with no movement early today, we decided not to go live. Then I was sitting here working, so I thought I would do it. There's Nick in there now. So I don't know whether we're going to go live tomorrow night, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. We'll see what happens in the markets. Any big action, I try to go live here by myself. If not, then him and I will be back at our usual setup. So check out that Elliott Wave link. After 12 o'clock tonight, you can join Discord for a full month for $40. Anybody that's in there, if you mute some of the channels and just keep chart, stock, cryptos live, then you'll at least get notified on actual trades we're doing. Otherwise, there's a lot of chatter in there, a lot of trying to teach people some correct trading tools, etc., going over the Wyckoff method, etc. So, yeah, read the welcome room. This we show this here. We've got a welcome room, explains different things. Check that out. We got announcements. Here's where we give all of our trades. Everything's in here from Nick and I. We also got a short-term trade area where I'll throw a few things in. I talked about Square today. Fundamentals. We talk about some Palm Beach picks where I give some Wyckoff charting software. Down here we got Todd and Nick questions, hangout room, and fundamentals members, TNA members, etc. So a lot going on there. Link, let's look at Link real quick. I don't have many positions in there. Nick's got a few. I bought a few here at as a smart 243. Had some stops at 225. So I'm not trading a lot of the small caps. I think they're pretty hard to trade here right now. Right, Lauren, exactly. Stay on the top channels. If you want to jump in the other channels, talk a little bit, but there's about 700 opinions in there. So Link, I mean, this could be a spring and an uptrend. So I think you could probably key off this low right here, the $1.97, and even buy that probably right now. But again, I probably on some of these small caps, I probably would use a stop just in case you're not stuck with some of this stuff. There's Adam USDT. No, Nick traded that very well for the Discord, sold much higher. That one as well, just setting here. So BAT was one that was showing a little bit of strength here from the 20 to 28 after doing nothing and getting beat up. I thought about jumping on that, but haven't. So right now, yeah, raw iron, that was a kick today. So again, I'm really staying Bitcoin, Litecoin. There's the dominance chart. Let's go back to the 4-hour on this thing. Now let's go back to the 1 day. There was a possible way I was counting it, looking for one more new high up around 72. I'm probably still leaning that way. The Bitcoin dominance stays high here. Some point that'll change, or we'll have to jump on some of these other coins. Like Nick says, we're really just trying to trail stops, try to see if we can get any meat off the bone here. What size trading stack do you suggest to make subbing to the paid Discord for trading advice? I mean, I guess probably at least a couple $1,000 maybe. Preferably a lot more because we got a lot going on there. It'd be nice to have probably a 10,000 stack, but you should be able to get some good trading advice in there to do something. I think we're going to have a lot of sideways here, so there's still going to be some opportunity. As Nick says, it's $1 a day, so I'd agree. I mean, there's a lot in there. We're trying to add more stocks if you trade stocks. I do manage money at Charles Schwab on the stock side, so we're going to go a little bit more deeper on some stocks. I do have pro traders at wyckoffsmi.com, and a lot of the stock trades I give there, I'm actually giving to the Discord for free. So a lot of information there. And Mohammed, I'll take that as a jab in the back. On Wyckoff, I do not use Elliott Wave on the stock side. You obviously haven't been here because you don't have a wrench, you don't know what I do. On the cryptos, there's a lot of newbies here and a lot of emotion, so Elliott Wave I use for roadmaps, but all my buys and sells are based on Wyckoff. So no, I'm not changing the name to Elliott SMI, thanks, but no thanks. If you've been here, I do 95% Wyckoff on cryptos, and I throw in some Elliott Wave. It's made followers, subscribers a shit ton of money. But all the buys came from Wyckoff, all the sells come from Wyckoff. I know everybody likes to say that, but whatever. And on stocks, you'll never see probably an Elliott Wave count on a stock chart that I do. So cryptos is a whole different beast. Appreciate it, Crypto Miser. What up, Clifford? I don't have really an opinion on LedgerX. Nick might have. We would handle that on a live show. But yeah, if you go to Wyckoff Stock Market Institute, the YouTube channel here, you're going to see a lot of Elliott Wave because we're just doing a shit ton of cryptos. The money's been easier there, and I don't go over a lot of stock data because I'm not going to give away all that on the stock side. Crypto has just been a growth area, and I think there's a lot more growth coming. The software on the stock side, no, does not help really with Forex. I've never traded any Forex really. I trade the US dollar, a few things, but not really much help to Ronnie. And again, on the software for the cryptos that we showed earlier, this is not available to subscribers. I'm using it for myself for the private client group and to show to Discord, and obviously to put on Twitter and YouTube once in a while. So if you buy the software at wyckoffsmi.com, you're only getting it for the stocks, ETFs, etc. What up, Dan? Yeah, that about worked. I think a 9,800 stop would be a little high right now. I do think we're going higher. Now we go back to the Wyckoff software again. 38's a buy, oversold. We're at 39.09 over here on the lower right. You've had volume hitting new lows by price hold, so no reason to see the downside anymore. So buy, trail some stops, and see what we can get going here. And again, when this software gives me a sell or the intraday action, then I will go back, throw some Elliott Wave on it, and decide what Elliott Wave count makes sense. That's how I'm doing it for the cryptos. And that has made us a shitload of money. And that goes back to the chart I usually start with. The software gave us 14, 15 buys on the way up. The Wyckoff software did that, but I did throw an Elliott Wave roadmap on this. And the software didn't give a real sell until above 13.5. So that was all Wyckoff. But I threw this Elliott Wave count on it as we went. Because down here, when we was at 4,000, I said that we'd never see this level again. And I showed an Elliott Wave roadmap that was extremely bullish if we started going. And then it just kept subdividing out until we ran to 13.5. So, and I'm still going to tell you, we're doing some type of sideways 2 here that probably has more time to run. We're going to hopefully trade this, take some money out of it, and we're going to pick this low over here for this white 2 I think somewhere setting over here. And then it's going to get easier again, and we're going to have an impulse way to the upside. So that's the plan. That's all I got. I'm out of here. T. Butterfield at wyckoffsmi.com. Hit me up on Twitter, Discord, whatever. Some people don't know, but in Discord you actually can DM me. So that way you can talk just to me if you have any questions. A lot of people are buying the courses again. You got the $299 course at learncrypto.io, $1,000 course at wyckoffsmi.com. That course is strictly stocks. The $299 is related to the cryptos. So subscribe and like if you would. I'm going to play the outro on Who is Wyckoff, and probably catch you tomorrow live. Have a good evening. Good luck.
Good afternoon. My name is Richard D. Wyckoff. Anyone who is interested in the stock, option, or commodity markets is most likely to find my life and teachings to be of great interest and value. I was born November 2nd, 1873. At the age of 15, I had my first job as a stock runner on Wall Street, and by age 25, I had opened my first brokerage firm. I was one of the pioneers in the study of the tape and included volume studies in all my market operations. This volume and its intraday studies is what set me apart from the rest of the market gurus. There was a point that my buy and sell volume was so big that it became a powerful part of the daily market. It was at this time that I became known as one of the titans of technical analysis. But all along, my lifelong endeavor was to pass on my accumulated wisdom to others. With that in mind, in 1907, I created the Magazine of Wall Street. At its height, the Magazine of Wall Street had over 200,000 subscribers. That's over 200,000 investors who wanted my thoughts on the current market conditions and trends. Finally, in 1931, I decided to take all my knowledge that I had learned about the stock market and created the Richard D. Wyckoff course of stock market science and technique. I was able to create something that established a new standard of practice in the public stock market operations. I did not claim any monopoly of stock market knowledge, but up to that time, no one else seemed willing to be so frank in offering to the public the most intimate knowledge of the inner workings of the stock market. The good news is that even though I created the Wyckoff Stock Market course back in 1931, the course has been maintained and updated throughout the years and is available to you today. Over 90 years later, my course is still available for investors and traders that want to learn the secrets to the stock market and can be found right now at wyckoffsmi.com.